There, everything's working today. I have heat. There's a blizzard outside. My water runs. I have hot water. I don't have to heat it on the stove. Things are good to go. Okay, here we go. This would have been a day that we would have probably not had class. There's been several of these days, but we're here in class. I am proud of you guys. So I think you can see me all the way up. I'm going to use my little steppy stool. I'm going to use my chair. If you don't have a steppy stool, that's okay. I'm not going to use it always. I'm just going to show you how to integrate it and that it's extremely important in keeping your independence. If you don't have a stool, use this. This is our little pad that most of you have. And those of you with friends that don't have something like this, let them use yours. I don't mean give it to them. I'm saying if they come over to visit you, put the thing in the floor. In fact, have it in the floor wherever you're at and do some stepping on it. Okie dokie. I'm going to come back down. But here's the deal. When you step on 2 inches, one of the best ways I can give you to warm yourself up is stepping and stepping. Do your stairs. Do you have stairs anywhere? See, I'm going to push this up here. I can come up and come down. And let me tell you, when you step up on 8 inches, 6 inches, we used to have 4 inches, I think 6 inches, and then we had like 8 or 10 inches at the gym. Do you see how I'm doing? So as I do this, yes, when you do a step, and I'm going to step here because many of you have a pad. So I'm going to step and get us warmed up, and I'm going to usher you right into a lifting session, okay? And I'm going to be combining now that we're in the middle of January. I'm putting on my gloves, and I will encourage any of you, especially those of you that have had joint issues. If you had joint issues, depending on how if you had an injury or, it's just a challenge of having your birthdays, use gloves. Why? Because, do you see what I'm doing? I'm doing a lot of hinging. Back, bring it up, bring my heel up. See, I'm just going thumb to shoulder. Don't put your hand way up here. That's not what we're doing. We're just doing thumb to shoulder. I'm stepping up, tap, and back down. Stepping up, tap, and I will encourage you that if you're doing this with me, make sure you're stepping right into the middle. Do you see how I drop my chin? And then I just start my eyes. Yeah, I don't have to hang my head way out there in order to get warmed up. Take a big deep breath through the nose. Okay, see how I'm hinging? I'm bringing that heel up now with a little more force. Thumb to the shoulder. See that? Thumb to the shoulder. Step, tap, step, tap. And be ready, don't go fast. Because you're gonna step and you're gonna be turned just a little bit, and the softness of the balance pad will throw you. It has the ability to do that. So I'm telling you, be ready. Take a big deep breath. Now we're going to change it up some more. Heel to the hip, heel to the hip. And now I'm going to go across midline. See how I'm going across? So I'm just going thumb to the shoulder, across, heel to the hip, heel to the hip. Take a big breath. Big breath. Big breath. Now bring the knee up. Bring the knee up. Bring the knee up. Yeah. See, we're just doing a little gentle stepping. Step, tap, step. So we're changing each leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, knee up or heel up. And if you bring that heel up, be ready. You're going to feel that quad. If you bring the heel up, whatever you do not lean in. Say rib cage up. Take a big breath through the nose. So you can go knee up one time, heel up one time, knee up one time, heel up one time, and then switch them. Take a breath. Take a breath. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can tell you, okay, step off, walk back. Now step into that front step and step back and take a little dip and open. Take a little dip and open. So I did not say that you were a dip. I said, take a dip. And how do you do that? You step right in the middle. You say rib cage up, shoulders down, and you dip that knee a little. And then you open. See? Thumb to shoulder, open. Take a big breath. Thumb to shoulder, open. I wish you could see the snow blowing out here. It's like a blizzard. And here's the deal. Listen, listen. Everybody wants to know, well, how far am I supposed to go, Jeannie? You go just enough until you start to feel here contract and here. And then you come up. See, it's not a lot because we're still kind of in the warm-up. Okay, take a breath, one more. See how I'm rolling that foot in back? Step off. Walk, 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 walk. Get ready to put the other foot up. Boom, right there. Here's where you ask yourself, okay, when I put my foot forward, whether or not you're using a balance pad, what did I do with the foot in the back? So that foot needs to be straight. And then you do that little dip until you feel it here, just starting to contract, and here, and then you come up. That's it. So rib cage up, come right here, and come back. So when you go down, make sure you're dropping down. You're not leaning forward. Thumbs to the shoulders, right there. And we do it maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times, maybe 6, maybe 10. It's okay. Take a big deep breath. So when you go down, if I came into the room right now as you're going down, would I catch you leaning out or not? And then come, we'll lean out, but not right now. Okay? Take a big deep breath. Step wide, step in. So we're doing various hip motions to open the hips and to fire the hips and to fire all the muscles around the hip. So those of you who do a lot of forward and backward type motions, whatever it is, if you're walking around, you're doing a lot of forward and backward motion. Do you see what I did? I pushed my butt back. I stepped out. I pushed my butt back, which starts to contract all the muscles up in the spine. And I get this motion going, this going, this going. I'm on my foot. I come back into it. And then I step out this way. And then I push my butt back. And I come down. I'll turn side to side so you'll see what I'm doing. So when I step out, I go like that. See that? And then you come back. So if you have wonky hips, okay, and you wouldn't even know it hardly until you stepped out. So I am going to suggest that you in fact put your hand on a chair and you really dip into that side motion, especially if you have a little bit of a tight hip. Okay, so you always have a chair, you always have a wall around you. Okay, so now we're about ready to start picking things up. Okay, but first of all, I'm going to get my upper body warmed up, along with this whole warm up that we're doing. You could do this on the floor, yes. You could do it on the wall, yes. But I'm going to use this pad right here in the chair. And you know, the minute we address the pad in the chair, the minute we go down to the floor, we're doing this, right? And some of us are so sore in our wrists that you have to put your fist together so that you don't hurt your wrist. Well, I'm going to encourage you, depending on what's going on with you, of course, don't make anything hurt, but do this gently. Because when you put your hands like this, you're stretching here, okay? But we don't want to just stretch there. So in the process of doing this with my hands and my wrist and my fingers and my forearm, I'm going to step out and I'm going to press into the heel, okay? And I'm going to press the knee forward. So here's the deal. My shoulders are over my wrist, but my foot is back here. This front one, it's not all the way up to the chair like normal, because I'm trying to get you to stretch all through here and stretch through the back of the heel there. So I'm pressing, pressing, pressing. My back is very extended. My shoulders are down. I'm pushing this knee forward. Keep your heels down and just push it into there and then come back off and bring the toe up. Okay, do that twice. See how far back this is? Don't lift the heel. Drop your shoulders, because I'm fixing to add a little thing here that I haven't done. Okay, and then come back. Switch, switch. Now I want you to put your fist down, not just your hands. So I'm going to put my heel down. I'm going to press my knee forward. See how I'm pressing my knee forward? Drop your shoulders, okay? And then I'm on my fist. See that? Now I'm up, pull the toe, down, pull in. My dogs are having a fun time with their bones. They're bored. They can't get outside, so I have to give them bones. And that's what you're hearing. See how I'm pushing? Okay, to make this work, you cannot arch your back or let it go into hyperflexion. You want to keep the tummy in, the shoulders down, keep your heels down, press the knee forward, keep your chin tucked, and then come back off of that. Okay, here's the new move. Many times we put our hands down, we're stretching through here, but we never stretch here because we think it's going to hurt. I know it. So you do one at a time and you go to the back of the hands. You do not put pressure at this point. Do not. You're going to feel it. You're going to go, whoa, that feels weird. Drop your shoulders. Do not put pressure. All you're doing is going from here to here, and you're just leaning in. Keep your hips hinged, and you just want to kind of straighten your arms. That's it. You're not putting pressure. You're just placing the back of the hands and then straightening your arm. That's all you're doing. Then you sink and go back the other way. Take a big breath. Put the back of the hands. All I want you to do is get your hand from bent to straight. I'm not putting pressure. My knees are soft. My hip is hinged. And then you roll. If you can get your arms straight. And then you bring it back down. So it's tantamount to doing this and this. Okay? And a lot of times we don't do this part. And then we start having elbow issues, wrist issues, etc. So now I've got that going. Before I put my little leg weights on, I'm going to encourage you now, and this is different. I'm going to encourage you to try to pick up in a carry. I'm not going to do this kind of thing. All I'm going to do is act like I am a gardener or I'm a farmer. And there's a great old big bucket full of, well, full of water. And I have to pick it up. So if you have a big old thing full of water that you know you're just going to carry, so I'm going to encourage you to put a little heavier than what you're used to, okay? Ooh, you're going to make me fall. So what do I have? I have 18 and 18. Yes, I'm doing a farmer carry. I'm not doing any like putting down or picking up just to get the weight in my hands. There is huge value in a couple times a week picking up a pretty heavy load, as I have done here frequently before. And you see, I'm taking steps front to back. See, I'm backing up. My doggies are in my way, and that's okay. It's a challenge to not, you know, they're moving targets, so they may run over in front of me. I'm telling them to back up. See what I'm doing? This is 18 and 18. And what is the readout? Yeah, almost 40 pounds that I have hanging off my hands here. It's very important for you to keep a neutral spine. How do you do that? Same way. See, I'm just hanging on to these and I'm pulling it into my palm and letting it hang down from my fingertips as I just do little ambulation moves, forward and back. I'm not going fast. Now, let me tell you something. If you're doing this with me and you really did pick up a little heavier than what you're used to doing, you may not pick up the whole thing. That's okay. Right now, I am encouraging you to pick up a little heavier on both hands and just let them hang down from your shoulders. See how I'm just ambulating? Take a breath. I can tell you that if you picked up a little more than you're normally used to, and you're doing these very careful moving forward or ambulatory moves, moving backwards, and you're just moving carefully, thinking about it, taking big breaths, I can tell you, you should be starting to feel a little sweat because you're like, oh my goodness, this is hard. It's called a farmer's carry. Chrissy knows very well about it. Take a big deep breath. Big deep breath. And just get some heavy weight in your hands and hang on to it, and then pull them into your palm and then release them. Pull them into your palm and release them. Pull them into your palm and release them. And yes, I'm gonna encourage you. You're only gonna do what you're gonna do, but I'm gonna encourage you to keep them in your hands until you're like, I don't think I can hold on to them any longer. And when you get to that point, you bring them over, put them down. Okay? Then, the move that I just showed you, pull, pull, press, press. See that? So, your arms are straight. You're going to pull. You're going to pull. Then you're going to press with your arms straight. And you're going to press. Now, that's hard for you to do. Just step over and put them on a little chair. Don't put pressure in them. Just lay them down and straighten your arm. It'll be enough. Then you're going to go thumb out. Yeah, and you press back and you come back in. And you have your thumb back and you're opening all through here. Boom, like that. Shoulders down. And you come back. Ruby's making so much noise. I'm going to put her in her cage. This is live class. What she's doing is she's irritating Mac because he wants her bone. Get up there, Mac. Perils of live class. Okay. Oh, geez, not going to work. Okay, toe out, thumb out. See that? Some of these very essential moves that I'm doing right now, just think about during your day. I put my toe out, I put my thumb back, or my thumb out, moving toward the back. Drop your shoulders. You see how I'm pushing my hips forward? Whoa, just by doing that is going to help you tremendously, okay? Now, I'm going to go over to my weights again, and instead of picking up the whole rack, okay, I'm going to pick up 9 pounds for me. Now, that's the lighter end of kind of medium. Okay, so 9 pounds I'm picking up. It could be 8 for you, it could be 6, it could be 4, but it needs to be a medium. Okay, so I'm going to do the first set in our move, and we've already done this move. Remember the move we did on the pillow or on the balance pad? We stepped forward, drop your shoulders. This is the lighter end, first set, but at the same time, I'm going to be dipping my knee down, just like that. Take a big deep breath. So it's exhale and it's inhale. Okay, bring the knee down, pull, press. Bring the knee down as you bring the weights up. Drop your shoulders, drop your chin. Say rib cage up. You're going to bring that knee down in the back, and you're going to pull. And you're going to go down how far? Until you start feeling, especially the front leg, contract. And it's right about there for me. And I start to feel it kicking in. Okay, rib cage up. Breath. And come back down. Rib cage up. Breath. And come back down. So this is part of you trying to keep or regain your independence. Sometimes our joints are not working so well. Sometimes our feet are not working so well. And you tend to not do them. And then it's a snowball effect. You see what I'm doing? I'm not doing this fast, but I'm doing it until my muscles start saying, oh, that old girl's doing something right now. See? Take a big breath. Keep correcting your posture. I know it. Take a breath. Keep your shoulders down. I've got just a couple more on this one. Take a breath. See, I'm dropping the knee. Take a breath. Yeah. And come back. Step forward. Yeah. Step back. Get position. If you struggle with balance, do not turn that back foot out. Widen. Widen. But the toes are still forward. Okay, that's up to you. Mine feel pretty good right here. Then I will rotate my foot and I will head the knee down. And how far am I going to go? Yeah, I'm going to go until I start to feel my muscles in my thighs start to say, oh, well, where are we going with this thing? Okay, now let's keep it in a hammer curl. We're going to do a little different motion. Take a breath. Bring the knee down and hammer curl right to there. And see my elbows come up just a little bit. and then they go down. I didn't come up, sorry. Okay, stand up. And then go down, pull. Take a breath. Exhale. Knee down, hands up. Breath. Exhale, knee down. Back up. Take a big deep breath. Don't lean forward. Say rib cage up. Ah. And come back. Breath. And come back. So this one, because you're doing a hammer, you can bring your elbows up just a little more. Take a big breath. Exhale. Breathe. Exhale. Breathe. See the move? Look at my feet. Rib cage up. Look at my knee. Down, 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 down. Right there. Boom. Big breath. Okay, just a couple more. Just a couple more. When I say a couple more, see, Kathy can't yell at me. Okay, one more. Wasn't so bad, was it? Okay, put your weights right here. Again, medium weight, yes. So we're doing this whole first set with mediums. So bring your hands just like this and right back down. See that? Step wide, go toe up, toe up. See how I'm just shifting? I'm going toe up, yeah, just a little interset there, okay? So take your hands. Many of you have had shoulder issues, neck issues, shoulder, neck, back. They're all kind of in a big triangle in the back, okay? So take one hand and just come right here. Just pat yourself right here under the sternum, under the clavicle. Just pat the sternum right here. See that elbow? Yeah, bring that down. This one's my challenge. So here again. Some of you have locked your knees. So bend your knees. I should say soften your knees. I don't really want them bent. I want your rib cage up, and you're going to bring this arm up and just pat your sternum right here. See that? Yeah, bring it down. Now put them both there with low. Then have your fingertips right here. Soften up your knees. Bring your elbows up. See that elevation? This is a very important move. You can achieve this many ways. We did it on Wednesday in the flower. We're doing it here, freestanding. You could do it on a wall. Or you could do it the way we're doing it right now. And we're fixing to add some weight, okay? Now, I'm gonna keep it at 9 for me. So I have 9 pounds and 9 pounds. You're gonna take the weight, come up carefully, and elevate. When you get up to here, you're gonna tighten your gluteals as you're solid into your feet. So you're gonna rock and roll a little bit. That's okay. What's not okay is to round your back, okay? Or to pick up too much weight. You get the idea. Okay. So here I am. I'm gonna go wide stance. Drop your shoulders. Yeah. We're gonna bring one up, just like we did before. See that? Put it down. Okay. Don't get ahead of me, because if you do, your shoulder has to get used to this. Okay. When you elevate your elbows up above your shoulder and you have a weight on it, you got to be very mindful and very careful that if you feel anything that's saying, it's not too good, then do not go up in weight, and or don't use a weight. No loading when you're having issues with shoulders or anything. You want movement first, okay? So here I come, and then I come back down. So I did it a couple of times. Now we're gonna go into the back, and we're gonna go into the stomach to get this move done, Okay, you ready? So rib cage up, soft knees. We're gonna come right here, and we're gonna come right up here, just like that. Take a big deep breath, and bring it back down. Here we go. Rib cage up, bent knee. I'm gonna come up and go way up here. And then I'm gonna come up, and then I'm gonna open. See that? How did I open? I pulled my shoulder blades from being up to being squeezing together. Bring it up, open, and bring it down. Yeah. All right. Right here. Back to my little split stance, lungy stance. And I'm going to just go back a little bit. And I'm just going to go down a little bit. I'm just using some positional change-ups. If that gives you angst, then don't do it. Okay? See how I'm going to do this? And then I'm going to do that little dip. See the little dip? Yeah, I've got my 9-pounders here. We're going to bring them into it in just a second. So I'm doing this little dip with my rib cage up. This should be really hitting all the muscles around the knee, all the muscles controlling the foot, and all the muscles around the hip. See, in this little tiny, my feet are down, okay? And it's just a little dip because I'm trying to push your proprioceptive muscles and brain and everything. Some of you are uncomfortable doing it, and that's okay because you get off of balance. Do it against a wall or don't cross over, okay? Just come back. That's perfectly fine. But what you cannot do right now, because I want you to get the most out of this to really hit your legs functionally, is you cannot lean, okay? So see how I'm going to cross over because I'm okay with that? My feet are down. I'm not bringing my heels up at all, but I'm dropping into that back knee. See that drop? Take a big deep breath. Yeah, now you know the position, and your feet should be working all over the place to keep you in balance. That's why it's called a balance move. Okay, take a breath. Here we go. See how I'm bending that knee as far as I feel I can? See, that right there, that right there, that right there. And then come back. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to bring my heel up. See that? I just want to bring my heel up. I have weights in my hands. If I start losing balance, it's quite easy to just simply put my kickstand down. So this, I've changed legs, then I'm going to put it down if I need it. Okay? Drop your shoulders. Weights are coming right here. I'm going to pull that heel up. See that? And I'm going to just go tap, 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 but I'm staying on the front leg with 18 pounds hanging from the shoulder. Take a rib cage up. Take a breath. See how I'm just really working that one-legged stance? Boom. Right there, right there, right there. And put your foot down. I was fading into my other leg. Okay, little break. Remember, you got to go to the other leg now. Okay? So what are we going to do? We're going to go under, straighten the arm. Then we're going to go out with the hands. So under with the hands, out with the hands. Little range of motion. So here we go with this one. So the goal, if you're doing this on your own, you're not putting it on your little chair, is that you can keep your arms straight and pull those fingers up so that you actually feel it stretching. And some of you have really big issues with your wrist. Don't do anything that will hurt it. But if you can do this and you can do this, putting your hand here and putting a tiny bit of pressure might be an okay thing, because sometimes we just are avoiding anything that might give us a little sensitivity, and then we are getting more inflexible and more inflexible through the wrist. And then we wonder what to do about it. So I'm trying to show you some very simple things to do. See that? Okay, so now I'm going to be on this leg, and I'm going to pull this leg up. I'm staying with my 9 and 9. So pick up, pick up. Okay, so this is my plant leg. This is my lift leg. So I'm just going to bring my heel up, and you don't have to bring it up too much. If you are excessively leaning, you're bringing it up too much. So say ribcage up, shoulders down, hands are right here. Especially, this is so important for people with forehead issues. You know why? Because right here, we tend to want to cave and do this. So I'm telling you, you got your foot back here. This is my kickstand back here. I gotta stay ribcage up, keep my chin in, and these are coming forward, and my back extensors have to really work right now to hang on to this move. Right here, breath, 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 breath. Put your toe down if you need to. Keep your shoulders down. Take a big breath. Hang out here just for a couple of seconds. And just keep saying 1 second more, 1 second more. Oh my goodness. Oh, when you put your foot down, all those muscles are going to be yelling at you. They're supposed to be. Now we're in the perfect position to finish up this part. So I'm going to come like this. See that? I'm going to come like this. See that? So if you have wonky shoulders and you're like, oh, I don't want to hurt my shoulder, don't say, let's not do nothing. Let's do something with no weight. So when I'm in this position and I pull back and I pull back, it uses my back and my shoulders and my neck and my hips and the whole back. Not only the middle upper back, but the middle lower back. It uses it totally differently doing this than doing this. Okay? You get to choose whether you're going to be down here, halfway, or up here. It's your call, okay? But try to get a pretty good amount of weight in your hands. Big breath. I'm going to pull, keep my shoulders down, keep my chin tucked, and I'm going to come down. I'm going to pull and come down. So I'm pulling those shoulder blades together. Breath. Woo! Breath. Pull. Breath. Pull. Breath. Stay down. Or come up halfway. That's okay. Because then you're going to go pull and come back. Pull and come back. Keep your chin tucked. Pull. This is perfectly fine. You may not want to go all the way down. Stand up halfway. Boom. Breath. Woo. Breath. Breath. Okay. One more. Then stand up. Okay. Now I'm going to go put my weights down. And I'm going to go to 12 for me. Okay? I'm just going to go to 12 for me. And I'm going to grab them. So if they were heavy enough for you, that's fine. Now I'm going to take these And instead of the whole rack, like we did the very beginning of class, I only got 12 pounds and 12 pounds. Okay, you can do the math. But I'm gonna put one here. I'm gonna put one here. Okay. Listen. If you can just do the farmer's carry, very heavy, on a regular basis, just to get your bones and muscles to say, oh my goodness, we got to change here. She's picking up this weight and she's doing it more than once or twice a week. See, if you can just do this, your spine right now is reading out and saying, oh dear, we got to make some changes. See? So just this, and then you just do that little dip. Remember that little dip? Not only does this really ramp up your lift for your hips, for your legs, but now we've added 24 pounds that's coming right down the vertebrae, which is a good thing if you stay in good neutral spine. Okay, now stay with me. See, I'm just doing these little tiny dips. Focusing on the back knee. Say rib cage up. Okay, I'm gonna stay down there now. Say rib cage up, don't be leaning. Take a breath, stay down. And then just do little tiny pulses. A pulse is not a bounce. Take a big breath. It's gonna make you have to really breathe because you're firing a lot of muscles right now. Stay down there, stay down there. Just stay down there. Take a big breath and come back. Yeah. Now, if you need to take a break right now, you go right ahead and take a break because that's okay. And then pick them back up and come back in with us. If you need to put them down and do this next leg with no weight, then that's good. Okay, you're thinking. See how I'm just going to dip that back knee? I'm going to turn so you'll see. I'm dipping that back knee. Okay, coming right down. Say rib cage up. I'm going to go down and up a couple times. I'm going to go down as far as you feel possible. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Okay, stay with me, stay with me. Here we go. Go all the way down as far as you can and do those little tiny pulses. Woo! Take a big breath. Stay down as far as you can. Say rib cage up. Breath, 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 and up. Yay! Put your hands on your weights. Tight tummy. And you just do like that and get them in your hands. You just do a little jump. Not a jump, but you just get them to move into your hands. Okay, put those weights down. Doing good. Okay, we've done all the upper bodies. Now we're gonna do the lower bodies. So we're gonna get our weights on real quick. And we're gonna really focus now. And I'm gonna put some other things in between. Some of these basic moves. So when you do these moves and you're sitting, you want to try to get just a little clearance so that you can go from your knee. See? So if you go down and put your weights on, great, but you cannot round your back. And you hopefully have those nice little strap-on weights. Okay? And you just strap them on. And we're going to do some little intersets while we're doing this today. And what does that look like? Well, we're going to do a set of these. And in between, we're going to stand. We're not going to walk, but we're going to do some squatting. Okay? So, big breath. Yeah. You're on your little 2-inch high balance pad. That allows for us to open, tighten, drop my shoulders, pull my toes up, and I come up like that. See that? So I'm doing a knee extension, and I take it to the top and I squeeze. So try to make sure that you don't come back down with your heel, with this weight, until you've taken it up and you've contracted right here. Okay, then you just tap your heel. Take a big breath. Big breath through the nose. Always through the nose if possible. Woo! Here we go. Tap your heel. See that? Should be feeling it. Right here. Yeah, right here. Just 2 more. Woo! 1 more. And stay wide and lean in. And you want to lean in with a flat back so that you stretch. And you release all that tension through your back because your back extensions are really working right now. Okay? So lean in, turn, and then go back to the middle, and then turn, and go back to the middle. And you keep your chin tucked. When you go forward like that, make sure your back is very extended. Okay, we're fixing to do the other leg. Are you ready? So we're not just doing the quad. Why? Because we want this to be more of a functional move. So I'm going to open. See that? So how am I opening? I'm opening from my hip, keeping my shoulders down. I'm right here. My heel is down. I'm going to go up and up. See that? Tap to the heel. Say rib cage up. Big breath. Big breath. Right there. Yes. Don't come down until you've contracted. Just a quick contraction right there. Squeeze it. Right there. Don't come back down until you've given just a second, 1 second to squeeze. Breath. Right there. Breath. Big breath through the nose. Just 3 more. Just 3 more. Here we go. Here we go. Rib cage up. 1 more. And come back. Now, I'm counting them out, but I'm feeling this. And if it gets to where you're like, oh, it feels like my leg is going to cramp, then don't do any more. That's it for you. Okay? Trying to make sense of this for you. All right. Lean in. Take your hands. Lean in. And you're going all the way down to tap between your feet. Then you're coming back up. Okay? This is a very good move, but it's a move that can get you into trouble, as any move can. I want to really be able, in my life, in my lifestyle, I want to be able to lean in, squat down, pick something up, and come back up and get going. And hopefully that's kind of in your picture of things that you want to do. Well, if you go down here, if I'm standing with you right this minute, and I say, okay, just start bending forward to the floor. My hand is going to be on you right here. See that? Keep my chin tucked. I'm going to go down. My hip is going to be, is fully capable of coming down into that kind of a deep move and then back up. But don't twist or turn. You come rib cage up, you come down, tap down with your fingers, and then come back up. Got that? Okay, now we're going to add a little dimension here. I can see Kathy's rolling her eyes. What is the dimension? Here's the dimension. I'm going to go down just like we practiced, right down to here. Now see, I'm 2 inches up. I understand that. But I'm going to go down and I'm going to actually raise my rear end off the pad. I know. Are you ready? Down. And I'm going to get off of that pad and come back down and tap. And come back down and tap. And come back down and tap. My hands are down. My back is very extended into the heels. Breath. Chin tucked. Breath. Just tap. Stay into the heels. Just one more. And sit. I know you've loved it. Okay. I'm sitting at the end of my little chair. I'm going to open back. We're going to do our second or third set. Here we go. Are you ready? Toes up. Rib cage up. Chin is tucked. One. Yeah. Right like that. I'm going to hold and contract. I'm going to hold and contract. Breath. Right there. Breath. Right there. Breath. In through the nose. Of course, anytime you are really feeling like you can't get your breath, of course, open your mouth. But what we're trying to do is train ourselves to breathe more and more in and out through our nose. Why? There's great research, of course, on being nose breathers versus mouth breathers. Okay, you ready? Other leg. Did you get to tilt? That means where you can't do anymore. Okay, open back. That's where I'm going today. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders open. And lift and exhale. Heel. Yes. Yes, just like that. Don't come back down until you've done what? Yeah, contract that muscle. So if you have a hip replaced, if you have a knee replaced, I'm telling you, these moves that are embedded in those 8 very essential strength training modalities for osteoporosis prevention. This is one of them. Breath. Contract. Right there. Contract. Come back down. Big breath. Come back down. Here we go. Big breath. Big breath. And come back down. Should have been yelling at you. It was yelling at you a little bit, then you did it just enough. Okay. Breath. Yeah. Put my hands here. I'm going to go down like I'm going to get up, but I'm going to go into kind of a squat. Down and lift. And come all the way up, and then come down and tap. And up, down and tap. And up, and you're in your heels. Big breath. In your heels, breath. In your heels. Rib cage up. Big breath through the nose. Tap. Just 3 more, just 3 more. Stay with me, stay with me. 2 more, 2 more, 1 more. Okay. I think that was 1 more. I'm not sure. All right. Oh, time flies when you're having such fun. Okay. Chair. Chair time. We have leg weights. Yes. Yes. We're going to drop our shoulders. Take our toe back. Okay. We're going to squeeze our gluteal. And if you have had a hip or a knee replaced, or you have had ankle issues, foot issues, this is one of those basics. So you're going to say tighten, drop the shoulders. You're going to say tighten on the butt, and you're going to say lift, tap, lift. Don't go too much faster, because I want that gluteal and hamstring to fire. Keep your toe headed down. Don't turn it out. Take a big breath. Drop your shoulders. Breath. 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 Hold it up there. And just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9 and 10. Boom. Turn. 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 Other leg. Straight back. Bend that front knee, rib cage up, shoulders down. And here we go. Squeeze the butt. Squeeze and lift. Tap, lift, tap. Do not bend at the knee. Not for this part. Woo! Rib cage up. Drop your shoulders. Rib cage up. Drop your shoulders. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Stay with me. Yeah, just bring that heel up. Breath. Squeeze through the gluteal. Okay, three more. Here we go. Two more. One more. Hold it. 1, 2, squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Boom. Yes. Okay, step wide. Not too wide. Not too wide. Drop your shoulders. Shift. Toe is forward. And it's just a lift to the side. Take a breath. Say rib cage up. Don't over lean. You're going to want to lean. Don't do it. Say rib cage up. Keep that toe turned in. Take a big breath. Big breath. Woo! Okay, 3 more. Just 3 more. Stay with me. Step. Rotate. 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 Shift. Drop your shoulders. Tight tummy. Keep that toe straight. Don't overlean. Say rib cage up. Yeah. Keep the toe turned into your instep. Yeah, stay with me. Out to the side. Hesitate just for a quick second. Keep your knee soft. Breath. The supporting knee is what I'm talking about. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. Okay, just 3 more. 2, 3. Yay. Now just for the heck of it, just put your toe behind your foot and just bring that heel up. Bring the heel up. Get that motion through the knee. Get the motion of bending, bringing the heel in. Don't go too hard. Don't go too fast. It will grab you. Why? Because our hamstrings need careful work and they're not used to it and they will grab you. So I'm just saying, bring that heel up carefully. Don't do too fast and don't go up too tight. Okay? Take a breath. If you want to do more of these, fine, but I would do them without a weight. That's what I would recommend because you want to keep working at this slowly but steady. Okay, we're at the end. We're going to put our hands right on the chair again. And we're going to go down here and release our little weights. See how I'm releasing? And I'm going to come right in here. And I'm going to step back. And I'm going to drop my hips. Keep my shoulders down. Bring my chin up, not back. Just up. Then I'm going to rotate. And I'm going to pull back with my butt. And I'm going to let my hands hang onto my chair. And I'm really pushing hard. Pushing hard, pushing hard, pushing hard back. Take a big deep breath. Then rotate, soften the elbows. Step back. Come in. And then let those hip bones just sink. Take a big deep breath. Turn your chin. Turn your chin. Elbows are soft. Take a breath. Then bring that butt back. Step in. And come up with a rounded upper back. See this? So it's a cat camel. You come up, bring those shoulders up, down and around. Take a big deep open. I know you feel better. I know you do. Anyway, We did the basics and then some. That's why my company's called Fitness Concepts Plus. Open out, give yourself a big hug. I would give you a hug if I was there with you. Bye.